not only is the best book of 2025, but it has a very
where it's like
Suzanne, you're just out here
after
traumatizing
so
us.
long, after so long in the game, like they lose the bravado. And
What's interesting also that Macy Lee right away was like, "That's on her.
yeah.
Who the fuck are you?" Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Ale.
And I'm Carla, and this is Booked and Buzzin'.
From bestseller to hidden gems, we're going to be sharing our thoughts, reviews, and all the latest buzz in the book world.
Yep. Today we are going to be reviewing the special edition for Sunrise on the Reaping.
And giving it our best book of the year award. I think this is it. Like this
Well
is
deserved.
well deserved. This is the best book we read this year.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You don't want to put maybe like House of Leaves in that category? I didn't even read it.
I couldn't even get past like page 5, if I'm being honest. Maybe one day.
No, but this hands down, man, this book was amazing.
This book was an emotional fucking roller coaster.
Yeah.
This book ripped my heart out.
Literally. And there's something to be said about knowing the outcome of a book before you go into it. Yes. And it's still destroying
Gutting
you.
you.
My God. I knew it was going to happen. Obviously. I've read the Hunger Games trilogy. So I, walking into this, knew, oh, he gets reaped.
Yep.
Survives.
So that means that, you know, as we know, the 50th quarter quell, they double up the tributes.
Yeah, it's like something special happens for the quarter quells, and in this
every
one,
25 years.
Yeah, and then in this one they doubled the
tributes.
Yes.
So there was a total of how many? 24 times 2, 48.
Yeah. Basic math, and I was like,
we read, guys. We're
80.
not good at math. But there's 48 tributes at this point. So we've doubled the arena competition. You already know that it doesn't sound good, right? And we already know that Hamish survived. So that means that 47 children died.
We also already know that nobody that Hamish loves survives, meaning his mother, his brother. We know that walking into this book.
We already knew all that, but we didn't know it was going to go like that.
Nope. No, we didn't. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it says something.
Takes art. It's a work
for
of
an
art.
author to be able to shock you, destroy you, make you feel like, oh my God, I felt like a literal hole got punched in my chest.
Over and over.
Yeah.
I felt like, oh my God, okay,
characters
what's next?
That, like,
okay, great, next.
I knew were going to die. I could not help but gain affection for.
I know.
Which made it all the worse, because while you're reading it, you're like, but you're going to die. I don't even want to read this. And then you're like nearing the end and they're like, but like maybe something can happen. Like, I don't know, something.
We gotta save someone.
Yeah.
You're right, actually, because I feel like that's such an amazing statement to say. It takes talent to go into a book where you know the ending of and still capture your reader so profoundly.
Yeah.
Which is what this book did.
I have to give Suzanne Collins her flowers. She is an incredible author. I love the way she writes. I love how she expresses. Oh my God, she's able to collect so many different elements and put them all into one storyline and have them all make sense and have a place and not make you feel like you're being just like tossed a whole bunch of random shit. Oh my God, it was such a fucking good book. And it's crazy that it was one of the books, it was the book that depressed me the most.
I know.
I don't know if any book has depressed, well, no, there's been books that have depressed me.
And I was going to be like,
But it is like up there with one of the books that has depressed me the most in my life.
Yeah.
And in that same turn, in a good way.
Yeah.
And I've never felt that.
Us readers are masochists.
Yeah.
Because we really are, because we want to feel things deeply for the characters.
Me. That's what I want.
Destroy me.
Break my heart.
But
put
it's
it
why we
back
keep
together again.
reading.
But break it.
But it's why we keep reading. We're trying to look for these, like, this is such an amazing book. But let's show them the special edition.
Okay.
And then we can talk through kind of, we've set aside like 3 memorable parts. Mm-hmm. Memorable? Memorable?
Memorable.
Memorable. Can you tell we're Hispanic?
Memorable.
So let me start with this. This is a special edition done right.
Yes.
This is a special edition done right because
And this
we've
is a
had our
special
own
edition
complaints.
that came out shortly thereafter the original.
Yes. Yep. So right off the bat, we have a beautiful
Hardcover.
hardcover.
Metallic embellishments.
Yep. And then you move to the splayed edges, and these are gorgeous.
Yeah, there's flowers on the top. There's a quote in the middle.
Our tears will not be used for their entertainment.
Yep. And then on the top and bottom, it's the same kind of design that you see on the spine of the book, as well as like on the front of it. I think it's a beautiful cover.
I think it's this book was, but yes. So the special edition itself is gorgeous. And I think it's a special edition done right. I think that we've been a little bit disappointed by some special editions this year.
Not a little, a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot. Okay. This one not only is the best book of 2025, but it has a very well worth the price special edition.
I would say so. The only little, just slight thing that I want to say.
Tell me.
I love this. I'm not saying they should have changed anything. I think it's perfect.
Okay.
I just wish that they would have come out with a special edition to match the collector's special edition. You know,
Don't even get me started on that one.
the box set. That's the only thing. But like, I'm nitpicking, honestly.
I don't think you're nitpicking because now if and when that comes out, it's not going to fit in that box.
I know, that's the other thing. It's like, okay,
Us
so if you
readers are a
do
little
come
type
out,
A.
any publisher that's listening to this, long shot. But if you do come out with a special edition to match the box set, which I highly recommend you do, can you also come out with like a new box
They're just going
to just add all of them in there?
They're not going to do that.
Please.
I know, but they're literally going to make a new box, and I'm going to have to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do about that.
Buy it, obviously.
I know. I'm telling you. Sure, I like that you put that out because now I'm mad again.
Yeah, sorry. Anyways, but yeah, this is beautiful. I love it. I love the type of purple it is, all the elements that it has.
Yep.
I love that it's hardcover.
Yes.
It's the first. Well, no, I have another Hunger Games that's hardcover, but it's
The
the first
originals
hardcover.
were hardcover.
Yeah, but it's the first hardcover without a dust jacket. Like it's just straight up a hardcover.
True. I love that.
Yeah, me too. The Twilight
I
Special
don't
Edition was
like
like that
dust
too.
jackets.
No, me neither.
Mm.
I mean, I like them because, I take the dust jacket off and then I read the book like that. So if it gets any imperfections from me, like carrying it everywhere with me, I can just put the dust jacket back on and it looks perfect. But yeah, I really like this format of like, it's just a hardcover, no dust jacket, ta-da kind of thing.
I do too, but I honestly just realized I hate dust covers.
Eh,
I hate them.
I don't mind them so much.
I don't like them. I just realized that's a problem for me. Anyways, I have my top 3 memorable, that I just want to share as we're walking through the best book of 2025.
Okay.
Unless you want to start it.
Okay, I'll give you like the absolute first most memorable is the fucking geese. To me, those geese knocked me on my ass. Not in the beginning of the book, all the way at the end.
I know.
When
You gutted me right now.
yeah, listen, I teared throughout this book. I cried.
Yeah, a million times.
But I didn't sob until the end where he goes through his depression.
Yep.
And he time jumps and he's like, and then I met the girl and the boy and la la la, and
Right. So they're
they win the
insinuating
games,
it's Katniss.
and now it's just the three of us. And one day the girl, you know, like
started writing a book.
Yeah, and then I had to tell her about the story and everything, and Lenore and her geese, and then she one day appears and without any emotion, she's like, "Here, eggs." She's like, "They're not from the same nest, so that they can like breed properly." And then I remembered the flashback to the end of the Hunger Games trilogy in Mockingjay, where she's like, she mentions Haymitch has his geese. And like, I just broke down immediately because now you know the significance of geese to him is Lenore.
I can. That was the ultimate, like, last punch.
Yeah.
Honestly, she could have given us at the end of that book.
Man, that
Those
was
geese,
a body slam.
and he's just like alone, literally. Aside from now, he does have Katniss and Peeta in some way, right? But he spent most of his life alone because he was in these games as a teenager, and then he just lost, grief, drink, alone.
And he knew, like, anybody that I love will be in danger because of what I did.
Exactly.
And the target that Snow has put on the people that I love. So there's no point. And he alienated the two friends that he loved and just became this lonely, miserable drunk.
I know.
And the amount of PTSD that he has, like,
Crazy.
dude, when you're reading the Hunger Games, you can understand why he drinks because it's like obviously like he's been through some crazy shit. But now after reading this book, I'm like, you don't drink enough because now I understand that.
Exactly.
Not only do I understand you, I think that you have controlled yourself much more than I could have.
Yep. You know what was the part for me? This is not my most memorable part, but the part where I've had that thought, literally, where I was like, and now I know why you drown yourself in alcohol, because how can somebody get over this? Amber's death, him witnessing those squirrels fucking
that part was
eating
so
him alive,
tragic. And then
he
him
was
trying to like get them off and they wouldn't, and it was like a constant, oh my God.
and him witnessing it, and Amber was a little kid.
Yeah.
That's the
sad.
part. That's the part for me that I was like, yep. I can't imagine being sober ever again.
No.
Like, I can't imagine not having nightmares about that or not thinking about that graphic scene in my head for the rest of my fucking life.
Yeah.
So for me, like, this entire book is an understanding of why Haymitch is the way he is, right? That was the goal.
Absolutely.
But that part was the one that for me was like, we can't come back from this. Like that was, I think, the turning point in my head. Prior to that, yeah, bad shit had happened in the book. You know, Lou had died, or I don't remember. Yeah, Luella had died. All these things, and they're horrible. But that scene, I was like, I don't think we can come back from this.
Yeah.
So for me, that was like the turning point into realizing, like, you're right. Maybe you don't drink enough.
The thing about this book is that, like, it was tragedy after tragedy after tragedy.
Yep.
And it was laid out before they even started. Like, first tragedy is he wasn't even supposed to be raped. And because of, like, the scene that was caused, he was raped.
Insane. What an insane twist.
I know. Then he goes to the games and he meets Ampert. And Ampert's like, oh, my dad. And he's like, your dad. And he goes to a booth and he sees Beatty there. And you're like, you, the reader, like, Beatty's here?
Oh, God.
And
That's his son.
And he tells him, like, yeah, I did something to piss off the Capitol. And they're punishing me by putting my son here and making me his. And it's like, oh my God, man, are you fucking kidding me? Then Macy Lee.
You already see that's, you already know where this book was leading us.
Yeah.
From the very beginning.
Getting to know her, starting to, like, gain an affection for her.
I
and being like,
loved, I loved Macy Lee. I loved her. I loved everything she stood for. Like, I loved her resilience, her bitchiness without a reason.
It sucked. Yeah, like, but I loved that about her too. Like, that she was just like, I'm just a bitch, period. I don't need to have
But
a
she
reason
still
for
had a
it.
good heart.
Yes, I loved Macy Lee, and it's like, I know what happens to you. I know definitively that you don't survive this. It's explicitly stated in the trilogy. And it's like, it sucks. And then him having to witness his house burning with his mom and his brother in there.
Is that your second memorable? Fuck, because that one's really bad too. I mean, it's all bad if I'm being honest.
You know, the second memorable moment for me, because it just like, it made me feel broken for him.
Yeah.
Was when he's with Lenore and she's so excited because he just got back and she's trying to put like a gumdrop in her mouth and he's like, here, I'll do it. And he pops one in her mouth and she's like, blah, blah. And then he's like, here, have another one. Pops another one. And she's like, now I can add it to my collection. And he's like, what? And she's like, yeah, like the ones you gave me, like I can add it to that. And he realizes that it's poison, tries to get her to vomit it. She can't. And she's dying in his arms. And from then on, he becomes a ghost.
Yeah. And he dreams about him.
That part where he says, and then I fade off into sleep where I'm
feeding her the gumdrops.
Lenore the gumdrop.
Is that this entire book was made to make him feel guilt in the deepest way.
It was
forever.
So, what was the word that you used to describe how Snow was acting? Because it was perfect. It was so
diabolical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like beyond
inhumane.
It was beyond teaching a district a lesson, teaching a person. It was like
I want to destroy him.
Your pain.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
I agreed. 100%.
It was so brutal. So that would be my second most memorable moment. And then my third was when he was like throwing the bomb. Because it was a great scene. And I loved how like the hovercraft was like, hey, Mitch Abernathy, put it down. And he was like, pfft. And he keeps going and they're like, hey, Mitch Abernathy, stop. And he's like, wah, and lunges it.
And then he immediately thinks, but there's no one left to escape. Yeah. I'm telling you, this book
was a beautiful disaster.
A tragedy.
Yeah. Those were my three.
Memorable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty depressing, but those are the moments that resonated with me the most.
But there's not happy. There's not much happy in this book.
No, there's none.
This is horrible. And yet the best book of the year, guys, because we are masochists. Let me think. I think my memorable moments, I have a few, but I'll like narrow down. One of my most memorable moments for me was Luella's death. Mm-hmm. Like when he instinctively lifted her up to show Snow.
Oh, I just got goosebumps.
And like he wasn't some kind of rebel or anything like that. He was just like... And the reason why that impacted me so much was because in his point of view, as the carriers or whatever are bringing them into the, where they show off the tributes and their little cards or whatever, he's looking around and there are these disgusting capital citizens that are like laughing and drunk and like vomiting.
They're described like, really repulsively.
Yeah. And he's like, we're the animals? We
I love that part.
Are the animals? You guys are sacrificing children and acting like drunk, disgusting humans. And so after that point of view, when he then lifts her up like, this is what you want. This is what you want. I was like, which is horrible because like that was his little friend. Like,
I know. He calls her his sweetheart.
His sweetheart.
That was so sweet too.
I know. I'm going to piggyback on this one. When they fucking replace her.
Okay. That Luella was scary to me. When she starts like hissing like a snake in front of the whole audience, I was like, girl, the way that I would lock my door to sleep if I had to be anywhere in the same house as
And
you.
they would like shock her and shit.
Yeah.
What's interesting also that Macy Lee right away was like, that's on her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who the fuck are you? My Macy Lee.
Love her.
My second memorable part, I don't know why this impacted me so much, but to this day, it's the first scene I think about from this book when he was in a tree with another tribute. When he's in the tree with a tribute and they had gotten chocolates or something. Like, I don't know if it was a gift or something. I can't remember right now. But then one of the tributes that he was against, like one of the careers, was at the bottom of the tree. I think there was like 3 or 4 of them left. And she's just crying. And then he throws like chocolate to her and he can hear her unwrapping the chocolate and eating it.
Yeah, that's so sad.
And in my head, I was just like, they're just kids. They're just kids that don't want to kill each other. And like, they have this one moment where they're like, this is so fucked up. And she's crying and he's sending her a chocolate and they're just kids eating chocolate under a tree.
That part is so sad.
That part really impacted me. That part was like, I think Suzanne Collins made such a perfect scene to show us the innocence within the tragedy.
The innocence. Yeah, I think that's perfect.
Right? Like,
the innocence within a tragedy, and also like
drive home.
The pain of it too, because the girl who was sitting under the tree, I think it was a girl, right?
Yeah, it was a girl.
She was a fucking bitch. Like she was acting like a huge bitch.
Yeah.
And like it's like you get to look behind the curtain, which it happens in the Hunger Games also with Kato. Where it's like,
Suzanne, you're just out here traumatizing us.
After so long in the game, like they lose the bravado and they are like,
they're just like, I know.
I'm a kid.
They're
I'm just
kids.
a fucking kid.
I know.
And like,
because even at their oldest, an 18, you're a baby. You are a kid.
And it's not your choice. Like, I know that the careers volunteer, but they're also brainwashed into volunteering. It's not.
Well, and I think, I saw a theory online, which is interesting because this book has been out for a while, but it got on my algorithm and it was someone that said, like, I think careers get a really, really bad rap. But think about it this way. We have districts that are trying to make their children as strong as possible. And there's some merit to that.
Yeah.
Like they act like assholes, but also at least they have a chance. They're still being reaped into this bullshit. So I don't know. Anyways,
yeah, and again, that part, it's not a choice.
No.
Like, yes, I know careers volunteer, but like they've been institutionalized into this. This is not something that they were just like, guys, let's create something called the Hunger Games. That's a completely different conversation if it were like that. They are victims in this too.
Correct.
So yeah, I love that scene too. I think that's a great pick.
Yep. And then I think the third one for me was my girl Macy Lee.
Oh my God. Her death was so vicious.
It was horrible. But my memorable part was actually when her and Haymitch were starting to get along by themselves. And she randomly was like, do you think my twin would still be a twin when I die? And I was like,
that's crazy.
And then she was like talking to Haymitch, and Haymitch is like, my twin siblings died. And she was like, I didn't know about that. And then they kind of were like, I'll be your sister.
And then he calls her sis throughout the book. That shit. Oh my God.
Did I not just like hate you 3 times?
Okay, this book is so. Oh, I know. It's such a destruction of pain. But I don't know. I don't know how to continue to like drive the point home.
No, you won't be able to unless someone's read it.
Yeah, and here's the thing. This is probably the only book that I think you should go into knowing what happens. So if you're going to start the Hunger Games series, I do not think that you should start with Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and Sunrise on the Reaping before you get to Hunger Games.
No.
I think you should read the trilogy.
Always.
Because I don't know, I think this book is fucked up, and if you go into this just blind, not good. But also I think that there's something special. Well, you can read it in the chronological order if you want to.
I guess so.
On the timeline. But I think the way it should be read is the trilogy. And then I would say read A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes first, because it's going to give you a different perspective on Snow.
Yeah.
Where it can trick you into thinking like that you understand him more, and then read this one. Because this one is going to take away whatever you thought that you thought.
That's the ultimate hit list, actually. Because I was even going to say you can really read Songbirds of Snakes and whatever first, then the trilogy, and then this one. But your version hits a lot harder.
Yeah, I like that when we read The Hunger Games, we don't get the perspective of Snow. We just know he's the villain, and we see him in certain scenarios. You don't really see him interact a lot with Katniss. It's very few. It's very cut and dry. Threats. The end.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you read Sunrise, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes,
and you're like,
and you don't. You know Snow's the bad guy, but you don't really view him yet as like this monster.
yep, agreed.
And that book kind of gives you
Background.
Yeah. It gives you a better understanding on his character, who he's always been. But this book, wow.
Yeah.
This book brings it all together where you're like, no, you're a piece of shit. You're horrible. You're horrible.
Yep.
So yeah, this
what
is
a hit.
And I want to reiterate, like, there's something magical and really difficult to achieve about being able to walk into a book knowing the outcome and still feeling everything that we felt in this book.
I know.
It's a special feeling. So for that reason too, I would say read this one last.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I gotta tell you something, because I was also thinking about like overall all the books that we read this year and how this one's my favorite. What's wild, we're gonna make an episode on how we rate all the books that we read this year from best to worst. I'm really excited to do that with you.
I think we're gonna have a different list.
We're totally gonna have a different list. So I'm excited to do that. I feel like it'll be fun. We'll have all the physical books, and she'll order them, and then I'll order them, and it'll be fun. But I will tell you this. I think it stands as such a amazing author as Suzanne is, that my second most favorite book was the songs of the Ballad of Songbirds, and
that's your second favorite book of the year?
My second favorite book of the year.
Not me.
I know. I mean, I reserve the right to change this when we do this.
We don't have the layout yet.
Yeah.
So,
but I was thinking about like what other books I read, and that was the other one that I remember loving. I loved that book.
You did love that book. Specifically Suzanne's.
Fucking hated Suzanne.
I just cannot help but bother her when we're talking about the Hunger Games.
It was so annoying the entire fucking time.
You know what's more annoying?
Don't fucking start with me.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna start. I just needed to bring it up.
And I was like innocent. Yahoo! And I'm like, fuck. I walked right into that.
Okay. So anyways.
If you have not seen Card and I argue about Gale for like what feels like 30 hours on our channel, go back and watch our Hunger Games episodes, because we talk about it every single episode.
He comes up every episode.
But I think that it is just a testament to what an amazing author she is. I did want to mention one more thing. I think it's insane to me that the Hunger Games trilogy came out when we were like young.
Yeah.
Like almost 15 years ago, I would say.
Like A few years ago.
But, okay. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes came out in 2020, I think.
Okay.
This came out this year. So for like over a decade, she knew she was going to write this book with the geese. Which is crazy.
I'm sure she had forethought into it, yeah.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. Which is badass. Which is terrifying.
I really do think that she's such an amazing author.
I mean, for my top 2 books, which I might change, but my top 2 books of 2025 were by her. I'm like, wow. Because I did read A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes this year for the first time.
Yeah.
Because I actually didn't give it a chance. When it came out in 2020.
For the first time this year also.
Yeah. In 2021, I saw it. I'm like, look, it's not about the trilogy, so I don't care.
I felt the same way.
And then when I finally read it, I was like, I can't believe I waited 5 years to read this fucking book. I loved it. Carla didn't love it as much, but you didn't hate it.
No, I didn't hate it, but I don't feel what you feel for it.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it.
I think it served its purpose. I couldn't resonate with a lot in the book. I couldn't resonate with like any character. But it's not I'm not saying it's bad. It's a good book. Yeah. And again, it does provide a lot of insight.
Yeah. But this book. Oof. So, Sunrise on the Reaping is our favorite book of 2025.
Yeah.
And
there's a trailer for the movie that's going to come out based off of this
trailer.
We're going to make a video on that separately.
Yep. So we are actually, this is exciting. I forgot about this.
Yeah.
So not only are we going to make a video talking about the trailer, we are also going to have fun, get some popcorn again, and we're going to talk through the casting, which if you've seen our other episodes, we are very serious about the casting of these fucking books.
Unfortunately, we don't have like the movie yet to give us the full context of how these actors are going to play out. Yep. But we're definitely going to give our opinion on like, was it a good casting? Was it not? Yep. And I guess we'll see what we'll do when the movie comes out. But we reviewed movie compared to book for the trilogy.
For the whole thing.
So we probably will be doing that for this one also. So
we're going to have to dive into the Hunger Games again sometime. No. Oh no, our favorite. So definitely watch out for our next couple episodes on the Sunrise on the Reaping movies. And we're going to do a fun episode on rating all of the books we've read this year. And I'm excited because we have all the physical versions.
Favorite,
yeah.
And we're both going to have different rankings too.
Yes, and we're going to put them all out, and then I'm going to have her rate it, and then I'm going to make fun of her for it, and then she's going to do it for me.
Yeah, and then I'm going to roast her.
Yeah. I'm very interested. But thank you for watching, and catch us next time.
Bye.